Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Most Americans do not want Joe Biden to run again in 2024. Pete Buttigieg backs pro-abortion protesters. A new strain of COVID hits New York City. Rent prices smash records all over the USA. Also ahead, why on earth would the Biden administration sell American oil to China? But first, a new poll from the New York Times finds 64% of Democrats want another candidate to lead the party in 24. President Biden's overall approval rating falling to 33%, the lowest ever reported by that newspaper. Just 13% think the country's on the right track, 84% wrong direction. Biggest factors for voters heading into the midterms: high prices on everything, violent crime, uncontrolled immigration. Secretary of Transportation Buttigieg defending activists targeting the homes of Supreme Court justices. Buttigieg was asked to comment after a radical group offered $250 for the whereabouts of conservative judges. Said Pete, quote, "People are upset. They're going to exercise their First Amendment rights." A gunman was arrested, you'll remember, last month in front of Justice Kavanaugh's home. Health officials in New York once again urging residents to wear masks indoors. A new subvariant of COVID causing an increase in hospitalizations and infections. Doctors say the strain is 20 times more transmissible than the other COVID variants. Cases in the Big Apple up 500% since March, but down a bit since January. Researchers are preparing updated boosters that will be available by Thanksgiving. Inflation sending the cost of rent to record highs. Prices up 20% across the country. A one-bedroom apartment in Miami will set you back $2,500. $3,000 in New York City for a one-bedroom. San Francisco, $4,500 for 600 square feet of living space. No wonder there are so many homeless people in the city by the bay. Next, selling oil to China. Why? Right back with that.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-925-7584 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-925-7584. That's 800-925-7584. What do you have to lose? Call 800-925-7584. Again, 800-925-7584.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. In yet another unexplained situation, President Biden has ordered U.S. oil from the reserves to be sold to China and other countries. Why? Here's some background. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve was established by the 1975 Energy Policy and Conservation Act to help the USA mitigate the impacts of future supply disruptions that could occur during disasters like war. On March 31st, 2022, this year, President Biden announced his decision to tap the national oil reserves in order to lower gas prices in the USA, which had more than doubled under Biden's tenure. On July 6th, just last week, Reuters announced that customs data demonstrates the Biden administration has been very quietly exporting reserve oil overseas. 500,000 barrels sent to Italy, another 500,000 sent to France. In total, 5 million barrels of American oil sent to India, the Netherlands, and China, in addition to Italy and France. House Republicans then sent a letter to Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, the former governor of Michigan, demanding answers. Quote, "The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is meant for national emergencies, not policy blunders. The administration still has not answered congressional questions on its mismanagement of the petroleum reserves," unquote. The White House has since confirmed the sale of reserve American oil overseas, but has not explained the policy. Now, as far as we can tell, the Biden administration believes that selling the oil overseas will lower the worldwide price of a barrel of oil. And it is true that the barrel price is coming down a little. But it is almost beyond belief that this is happening without an explanation to the American people. So let's hear it, Joe Biden, but we're not going to, because he is on his way to the Middle East, Israel and Saudi Arabia, and he is going to ask the sheikhs in Saudi Arabia to pump more oil. Now, all of this is happening because Joe Biden, on his first day in office in January 2021, attacked the American energy industry. And his administration has slapped on regulations that make it more difficult to harvest oil here in this country. As you know, we also shut down the Keystone Pipeline. So now oil prices are out of control. That ignited inflation on other things, and Americans are suffering. It's Biden's fault. And now he's over in Saudi Arabia. Unbelievable. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. If you'd like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. And I hope you'll consider my new #1 bestseller, Killing the Killers. In a moment, something you might not know. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD. Or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 60 years ago today, a group of teenage musicians took the stage at the Marquee Club in London, England. When asked by the tiny crowd the name of the band, 18-year-old Mick Jagger said, "Good evening, we are the Rolling Stones." Here are a few little-known facts about the most successful touring band in history. Jagger and Keith Richards first met when they were just 5 years old, attending the same grammar school, until Jagger moved away in 1950. The pair reunited 10 years later. Mick Jagger's dance moves may be legendary, but he's also got brains. The singer attended the prestigious London School of Economics before he dropped out to pursue a career in music. It paid off big. Less than 2 years later, Jagger and the Stones were playing stadiums across North America. Before their commercial success, the Stones were in a commercial. The band recorded a song for Rice Krispie cereal in the UK. The main lyric was, "Wake up in the morning, there's a crackle in your face." The Rolling Stones are also behind one of the biggest licensing deals in music history. Bill Gates paid the group $3 million to use their hit single, "Start Me Up," for commercials promoting Microsoft Windows 95. In total, the Stones have recorded 29 studio albums, 13 live albums, racked up 8 number one hits, sold 250 million records. 250 million. And here's something else you might not know. The Stones have really come a long way, obviously, since their debut back in 1962. In 1964, they performed their first concert in America at New York City's Carnegie Hall. The price for front row seats, $2.50. You can still catch the Stones on tour this summer in Europe, but the tickets have gotten a little more expensive. Getting a good view of Mick and his crew, $5,000 for the primo seats. By the way, the two primary members of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, are each worth $500 million. Start me up. Back after this.
Ad paid for by the Victims Justice Group. Attention military personnel, families, and civilians who were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987. If you or a loved one lived, served, or worked at Camp Lejeune, then you must listen to this message, as you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. The U.S. Senate recently passed a bill that will allow all those who lived or worked at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina for at least 30 days to seek justice for injuries caused by toxic water. If you or a loved one suffered injuries associated with the toxic water found at Camp Lejeune, including cancer, multiple myeloma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's disease, adult leukemia, or aplastic anemia, then call us today for your free consultation. 800-527-4819. Don't wait. Let our experienced attorneys fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. 800-527-4819. Call 800-527-4819. That's 800-527-4819.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.